what's happening? It's Real to Real with Dev Deville, broadcasting live from the Sunshine State. This is real, raw reality, man. 24/7, 365. As always, it's your main man, Dev, holding it down for the youngest and the jits. All that and more, man. How you feeling, big dog?
Hey, it is what it is, cuz of Deville, the real deal. True player for real, man. Thank y'all for watching, listening, clicking. Once again, this is the Real to Real with Dev Deville, Season 2, Episode 4. You are now plugged in to the utmost. We got 30 minutes plus a straight drop, straight drip. It's your ultimate audio experience, your number one infotainment source. Now, coming up on this episode, homeboy, guess what? We got Black History.
Okay.
Got to talk that. Then we got to do the recap from Super Bowl. We did go down there. We got to talk a little All-Star coming up.
Yes, sir.
And we got the real celebrity in the building, man. We got one of Duval's finest going to slide through. And we're going to talk to him. And, of course, you got some Hot Topics in Sport, right?
Of course. You talking a little bit of Meek and Nicki. You know what I'm saying? We talking about it a little bit before, but they going back at it again like they always do.
Yep.
Megan Thee Stallion is doing some stallion-like things. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Future, who's never in the tabloids for the right things. Again, his name is brought up again. And with sports, we talking a whole lot about the NBA real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just, we don't want to talk your head off, but it's a lot going on, man. There's a whole lot going on in sports. But what else we got going on before we wrap up?
Of course, you know we always got our top 5, and that's going to be brought to you by Fine Grooming Studio. We be like to highlight all kinds of studios.
Yes, sir.
They show us love. So thank y'all for y'all support. And this top 5, we're going to talk about like your top 5 real OGs. Like, who would you pick if you had to pick like 5 dudes or women if you want to throw a woman in there to just bring back the black race? Like, if you had to just go from the beginning of time to right now, who would we pick as like 5 revolutionary people from back in history that could just get the black people where we supposed to be at right now?
Your starting 5 of the most gangsters, black people all time, whether it's in the streets or just influence, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna want to stay tuned for that one. It's gonna be Black History Month edition, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be cool.
All right, so stay right there, man. This is what it is, the real deal, man. It's the podcast, man. We're taking off right now. We're gonna start with these headlines. Again, it's Black History, man. So it seems like it's kind of fading, and I'm not gonna lie, like you don't really see it as much. Yeah, like it's like already the 5th or the 6th, and I haven't caught anything Black History.
Nah, not really. Man,
come across my eyes, man.
Nah.
I mean, at the school, we starting to like, you know, we got a door decorating contest, but as far as the kids and the hood and I haven't even seen like the Martin Luther King commercial. I haven't seen no commercial. Like usually they at McDonald's will have their little red, black, and green little coffee cup or something. I haven't seen anything. Like it's like getting later and later, and
it's no love for the brothers right now, man. I don't understand it.
They're gonna do it though.
They're gonna have to. My whole thing is, man, Black History Month. Every day is Black History Month for me. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. You know, they gave us the shortest day in the year, or the shortest month in the year. You know what I'm saying? To celebrate Black History Month. Only 28 days in a month. Yeah, well,
as you look at the other months, I'm actually not too. At least it's during tax season. Niggas got money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of. It's just a matter of how you.
It's also the month of love too, Valentine's Day and all that. So, okay.
I hear people say about it as short as month, but sometimes you know. Good things come in small packages sometimes.
I got you. Yeah. All right. Hey, that's a good way to look at it. I like it.
Yeah, but I would say, as we wrap on Black History, because we're going to be, talking about it all month long. We got at least 3 or 4 episodes in this month. So we'll be doing some innovative things and some engaging type things. And you can even give us some ideas if you're listening right now. Just throw it in the comments. Because we got a whole month of opportunity. But, the main thing is just, spread awareness, man. If you can, just do your part, being black. Yeah. Share some history.
Support your black business owners. You know what I'm saying?
Let's try that.
Support
Let's just do that. That's what's going to jumpstart our whole Black History Month. We're just going to take it to the business owners. Just show love to each other as businesses and as neighbors, too. How about that, man? Show some love to your brother.
Most definitely.
All right, and so we'll continue with some more Black History in the days and weeks to come. Let's move on now to the Super Bowl. We did go down to the Super Bowl. I don't know what happened with the audio visuals, but so we kicked that plan quickly. Yeah. I don't know what day when I started just hanging out, and the main thing about I can say about Super Bowl, it was really a lot of celebrities that
so it was a whole lot of money in the city.
Man, it was crazy though. And the real thing that got me was the whole mob, like when they move in mobs. Like if you're not a part of the mob, you really kind of just gotta stand to the side. It got aggravating almost, man, because it was so many celebrities and their entourages. It was like, dang, man. So I'm like, maybe I should just be it was, I guess, it's cool because I was part of the media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Either you want to be, the thing it did for me, it just made me want to be more of a celebrity. Like, I wanted to be, like, if you're doing anything close to being just regular and you don't have no aspirations of being, above or some type of special person, I mean, it's going to be hard for you to go to those types of things.
Yeah, I mean, way I look at it, it's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? On one side, you know what I'm saying, you got to deal with the paparazzi and, you know what I'm saying, they buying up everything in the stores and things like that. But at the same time, it like kind of motivates you on the other side, because you see all these people with all this money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I dress better than him. I look better than him. Yeah. I know I got more talent than him. Yeah. Why can't I be him?
Why
you know what I'm
can't
saying?
I be him?
That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
They all see it definitely makes things real and makes it doable. I wasn't saying who looked better or whatever, but I was definitely seeing that, they energy and they vibe and, and just in general. I matched up with mostly everybody I pretty much came across. And, it was just really a matter of timing. You never know when your time is. You never know how hard those people work. You never know their support system. You never know, I mean, it's just in general, you can't really compare like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Agree.
But it is something to look forward to if you are, just in general, you want to be everybody want to go with somebody know their name.
Yeah,
you want to at work, you want to be known as the good crew member or the good team member. So that celebrity thing is kind of like addictive.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
It was cool though for Super Bowl just to get that energy, so it gave me something to bring back to the show and share every week with y'all, man. So we had a great time, man. If you look on the page, on the Facebook page, I went a couple places and I turned the camera on live, but Dev was booed up.
I was booed up. Some alcohol was involved, and I was out for the count. But again, man, just to be around all that stuff, man, the money, the glamour, the glamorous side of things, like, because Miami itself, the celebrities aside, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I would live there if I could. You know what I mean? And we only a couple hours up the road from it. You know what I'm saying? I know we got listeners out there in Miami, so shout out to Wade County. Yeah. That's what they like to call it out there for my boy. But yeah, man, it looked like a good time. The game was cool. Definitely one of the more entertaining Super Bowls I've watched in the past couple years. I was excited that Patrick Mahomes, he broke some records. He's under 25, first person to get an MVP, a Super Bowl ring, 2 Pro Bowl appearances. So I mean,
the kid was special. That's why I went. I was like, man, there's no way he gonna go right there and not get that thing, man.
Yeah, no. It looked like he was gonna go out like a sucker for a little bit, but then towards the end of the game, he was like, oh, this is a brand new Patrick. We ain't never seen this man before. So shout out to them. I ain't no Kansas City Chiefs fan. All my listeners know I'm a Giants fan. I ain't much, but shout out to them for doing their thing, and it was crazy.
Well, speaking of the Chiefs, they parade. We might as well talk about that.
Yeah, we go ahead and bring it up. There was an incident, some drama at the parade itself, kickstarted actually. So some bystanders were in a vehicle. They broke through the barricades that the police had set up for the parade and was driving recklessly, where people were bystanders standing on the sides and whatnot. And the police actually crashed their car, spun them around on the street, and then charged at them with guns cocked and ready to blow, because they didn't know they could have been terrorists. And they looked like just some 2 ignorant people that ended up just getting arrested, just trying to be virally famous and all that stuff. So kids, do something more productive with your life. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, man.
It's almost hard for you to expect them to. I mean, I'm never shocked by some of the things people do, because again, it's a drug, bro. Celebrity and fame, man, it's so intoxicating, man, to where it's a wonder that these types of things don't happen more often. And I think with the internet, we see it a lot more often, but it's probably happening even more than we see.
I know. For sure.
These kids, man, brace yourself for what you're about to see from these generations. This generation coming up, man. But let's see. What we want to definitely talk about. Just in general, the Super Bowl was cool. The halftime show was cool. One of the other headlines from the Super Bowl was Jay-Z and Beyonce not standing up for the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem or whatnot. But from what I read and what I understood, it was like, man, Jay-Z was in there on an executive producer type tip, just kind of making sure that the whole halftime show was going to look good. I think they were still doing some type of. I guess they were conversing about whatever they seen during that time when that national anthem was going. I mean, either that's his story. He's sticking with it. Yeah, and he says he wouldn't protest, and he wouldn't have his daughter protest like that. So it must have been something. It was a lot going on. So
I think Jay-Z was in CEO mode. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think they had their hands well in on the Super Bowl because they organized the performances with Shakira and J-Lo to make it the most ethnic Super Bowl halftime we've ever had. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Who black was there?
You said who?
Who was the black person in it, I think?
I didn't see that it was a black person. It was Shakira, J-Lo, some dude named Bad Bunny I'm not familiar with. And those were the main artists that headlined. I just meant like...
So there was nobody black that performed?
Nah, not that performed, but they did it because it was in Miami, and Miami's predominantly Hispanic. So
I understand that, but I mean...
I didn't see anybody black. I didn't see anybody black.
The black man was the quarterback.
Yeah. Look.
You should have some black people.
That's neither here nor there.
I don't know. Man. Y'all slid that in on us, man. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think if I'm Jay-Z, I'd probably throw a little bit more in there.
We should have had some
somebody, at least someone to open. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody.
But did they honor Kobe?
Yeah. So what they did was,
to be honest with you, though, I have no idea. I didn't watch it on. I was not really paying attention to the sport.
It was incoherent. I
was not paying attention to the sport.
But they did honor him. They gave him 24 seconds silence, and each team stood at the 24 hash mark on the field, which was dope. It was a really cool situation. Unfortunate circumstances, of course, but. It still hurts to talk about.
It's still hard to believe.
They represented. They respected.
All right, well, speaking of Kobe, rest in peace, brother. We got to talk about the All-Star, Chicago.
Yeah, man. So the All-Star game is going up in Chicago. It's going to be Team LeBron versus Team Giannis, as it probably will be until LeBron retires. The starting lineup for Team LeBron is going to be James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis. On Team Giannis is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. I just wanted to say his name, see if I can pronounce it right.
Say it again.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Joel Embiid, Pascal Siakam, Trae Young, and Kemba Walker. So basically, the West is going to win. Team LeBron is going to win. But that's what the All-Star game is looking like. I also heard something. I don't know if it was confirmed, but the NBA had proposed the All-Star game finish at the third quarter, and the final score at the third quarter, they would add 24 points to the grand total of each team, and whoever was higher would win the game, obviously. I don't know if that was 100% confirmed, but it was one of those ideas when they were in a rush trying to find ways to best pay their respects to Kobe.
Well, how about that, man? Well, shout out to us as a world.
Yeah.
Because we have came up with some ways to honor this man, haven't we?
Sure.
I mean, some of the most creative ways of just remembering somebody. I can't think of anything in which people have just, infused this man's presence in life after he was gone. And they're just so adamant about keeping his legacy alive, man, and he's very well deserving of it, man. It just again speaks to that whole give people flowers while they're here, because this man he really was as you think about, because I didn't know any of this stuff about this man, about his daughter. I'm ashamed to say I didn't really know he was coaching no team and none of that.
Yeah.
I ain't even know. I really didn't, but I don't want to get too deep about that. But All-Star game. Chicago, the week of February, the 14th through the 16th.
It's gonna be that weekend.
Yeah, so that should be cool, man. I can't make it to that one. It's gonna be cold. I can't be freelancing like I was able to do.
I'll be watching from the couch.
Yeah. That should be cool. Dunk contest and all that.
Yeah. Dunk contest. We're gonna have Aaron Gordon, Derrick Jones Jr., Pat Cannonall. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I don't know any of the people anymore. I know Zion. Is Zion in it?
Zion is not in it. Okay. Zion will not participate. He's barely playing right now, so I don't think they're going to have him participate. In the three-point contest, you got Trae Young, Damian Lillard are going to be two of the most, people that you would know. You know what I'm saying? Household names are going to be involved. So it's going to have
what about Kyrie or somebody? Like he in it?
Kyrie, to my knowledge, is not in it. Kyrie has not been hooping that much, and Kyrie has not been playing that much. So it looks like playing is going to be...
Did he win a three-point contest before?
He won it a few years back. It was a while ago. Yeah, he's won one. It was a while. Okay. But I want to say it was like 5-6 years ago.
And is Steph Curry in it?
Steph Curry is injured still. Klay Thompson is injured still. So they're going to be